I welcome you all for this session on are you experiencing issues with your daily Scrum meeting in hybrid mode? If yes, how to fix them? Okay, so let us first get started. Let us revisit the basics of stand-up meeting. We all understand that we cover three aspects as part of stand-up meeting that is scheduled to get finished within 15 minutes. That is, what did I do yesterday? What I am planning to do today? What are the dependencies or impediments do I have in my way? So we expect each team member to provide updates about these three aspects, but actually we are conducting daily review and daily planning and impediment resolution on daily basis. When a team member said, what did I do yesterday? That means he's actually doing a review on daily basis of his yesterday's work. So we have a sprint review at the end of every sprint, whereas it is a daily review for work completed last day. Similarly, we have a sprint planning at the beginning of every sprint, but we have daily planning as part of our stand-up meeting. And impediment resolution or dependencies with others is what the third aspect is relating to. So even though we say it is a 15-minute stand-up meeting, as part of it, we are doing a daily review, daily planning, and an update about others' dependencies and impediments. So this is a meeting where we review on daily basis, plan on daily basis, and we help each other in terms of resolving the dependencies and impediments. So this is not a meeting where each member provides update to Scrum Master and keeps quiet. No, this is a meeting wherein the team members update their progress to other team members so that they can help. Here, the role of a Scrum Master is a facilitator. So the team is responsible for the sprint goal. So each member, while performing his work, he will also understand how others are progressing, because more than individual progress, the team progress is what is needed. So the purpose of stand-up meeting is this core. Okay, now let us understand what is hybrid mode stand-up meeting. Friends, in today's world, where we are coming out of pandemic, right? That means we are coming out of complete work from home to work from office for some days. So what it is making us mandatory is a hybrid mode is happening as a mandatory option for all of us. That means certain team members attend from office, certain team members attend from remote location, right? So for example, if you have a 6-member team, 3-member team can work from office and 3 members work from home. So when people attend from different locations, facilitating this event becomes more challenging for Scrum Masters. So the Scrum Master need to get prepared to resolve these challenges. Let us one by one review the challenges what a Scrum Master or a team faces during stand-up meeting. The first challenge is when you give a remotely joining option, people mute their video and they take up meeting from busy places like a busy train and a bus. So what happens is they keep their earphones in their ears and they basically attend the meeting. So when they attend the meeting, they will be waiting for providing their update and then sign off. So that means they are doing injustice to the very purpose of the stand-up meeting, because it is not sufficient if you provide your update and then keep quiet. That is not sufficient. We need to listen what other members are progressing, what are their dependencies, can they do their work today in any better way? We have to suggest. So a focus time is needed there. But what is happening is in this hybrid mode, when they are getting delayed to the office, there may be situations where people are taking the call from a busy train where the network is weak, or also the nearby noisy surroundings are there. So what happens in the other side? For example, one or two members are in a busy train and they provide their stand-up updates. Now the other side of the people who are actually in office, so the professional decorum, the professional discipline of the team gets lowered. The professional standards of the team gets lowered. The discipline gets lowered, right? So we all know that the other member is actually not in a comfortable place. We know that. But however, we don't tell it because it may not be professionally right. So in that situation, people may be attending stand-up meeting, but however, the purpose of stand-up meeting, it gets lowered and it doesn't get met. The second challenge is the people who are driving their car, they take their meeting from the car. This is because they are late or the traffic is high or whatever may be the reason, they take it from their car. And in between, you listen the honks, and the focus of the member is also not fully on the meeting, because the member may be focusing on the road, how to steer that car, and then they will be paying attention to the meeting. So this way also, they don't contribute much, right? So the other members can figure it out that this person is driving the car, because there will be noisy background that others can able to hear. This is the second challenge. The third challenge is nowadays, while crossing the road or while coming to the office in a hurry, they basically take up the call. So this is also happening, right? And this is also not right. At this point in time, they are mentally present somewhere, physically present somewhere, and trying to provide update. This is not correct. Okay. The fourth one is there are certain people who are constantly late to the meeting. They're constantly late. They do not provide sense of urgency. They do not start on time, or they do not estimate the real length of time that is required to reach the office. Okay. And then there are other problems, saying that the key people, to whom the people look up to, that can be the senior developers or the developers, towards whom the other members will be looking forward. So, are including Scrum Master, they skip the stand-up meeting. When the key members skip, that means they're absent the stand-up meeting. The other members also start showing absence for the stand-up meeting. So it may so happen that certain times either the stand-up meeting starts late or the stand-up meeting gets cancelled because nobody has joined, which is a very dangerous sign for the Scrum. So this is the fifth challenge. The sixth one is many people, they say we want to work from home, but their homes are not ready to work from home. Usually people take the stand-up meetings from a dining table or some place where everybody moves on. So they're not really they don't have the proper infrastructure wherein they have a dedicated room for their work to work. So that's why they work around surrounding noisy situations. So they're not focused. Okay, and certain times your mic or speaker does not work. Maybe you did not purchase proper one, or there are certain updates, and after the updates, this is not happening. So you wanted to provide a critical update, but other members may not be listening, and it creates a lot of frustration to you as well as to the team members. The other challenge is certain times the meeting rooms are not available to conduct this meeting because everybody is returning to office and the business has grown in numbers. the employee number and the employee size has gone up. So because of this, getting a proper conference room certain times for the people who are in office may be a very difficult option, right? So in that point, even though you are working from office, still you will be taking a stand-up meeting from your places. The ninth challenge is people report their progress to Scrum Master, and they don't focus on other people's update. That means once my update is over, that's it. I'll be present there, but I don't need to listen anything. And also these people will update progress to Scrum Master. They think Scrum Master is a kind of a leader for their team, and that's all. They don't listen to others. They don't contribute to resolving the impediments of others. So just they report their progress to Scrum Master, and after that they just shuts off. They don't talk. So there's another challenge. And the 10th challenge is the Scrum Master does not start the online meeting on time, and the Scrum Master doesn't make the visible Jira dashboards or any other Excel reports available for the stand-up meeting on time. So this is another challenge. So when people don't have their visible boards in front of them, then you may not get a quality meeting output from the stand-up meeting. Okay. The 11th challenge is team members don't provide their quality updates. That means even if other members want to listen, these people provide such a high level and non-quality update that, even if you listen to them, you don't get a sense of their work. And also certain members take more of their time. For example, we have to complete the stand-up meeting within 15 minutes, but these people may take more time while providing their update. And one end they don't provide quality updates, the other end they take more time. So these are the 11 challenges I have listed. I just want to let you know that in this situation, right, the stand-up meeting purpose is at risk. That means we are not doing daily review of what the entire team has done yesterday. We are unable to plan what the team is planning to do today. We are unable to understand, contribute to resolution of the dependencies or impediments that team members are having. So we are unable to help each other. And the stand-up meeting purpose is at risk. And often it leads to a situation that, stand-up meeting is done, but, it is for namesake. But it doesn't, nobody gets any value out of it. And slowly, when your daily review and planning doesn't happen properly, you end up losing your sprint goals. On the last 2 days of sprint, you will see people turning red, and there is a spillover of stories. All those things will happen. From governance perspective, the stand-up meeting couldn't do its purpose because of the challenges that we have listed here. And there can be more challenges as well. Now, the question is, how do we solve these challenges? That's the question. Okay. Now, see, friends, I want to let you know an interesting framework. Okay. I was debating in myself and with my friends, are people first or processes first? So I was thinking people first for some time. And my friends debated, saying that, no, it is not people, it is the processes. But then we figured it out that people, process, and system, they need to work in tandem, right? So they need to work in relation to each other, right? So all three need to work with each other. Then only we can get best outcome out of it. Okay. So all are important. Now, especially when we are working in hybrid mode, these three aspects gain more significance. Okay. So all the 11 challenges, when I have looked into, we can segregate them into people-wise, system-wise, and process-wise. Okay. So now the people factor. The challenges that we have discussed are around 5. That means the team members attend the meeting from a busy train or a bus. The team members attend the meeting while driving the car, participating in the meeting while walking or crossing the road. Certain employees are constantly late to the meeting. Key people skip the stand-up meeting. They all are falling under people factors. Okay. While resolving these challenges, I understood this framework helps us. That means on the y-axis, if you have the will to work, if the people's will to work or alignment with the team goals are high, they come here. Low, they come here. The skill needed to work, that means if the employees are having the needed skills, if they have high skills, they come here. Low skills, they come here. Now, if you put them under 4 quadrants, for example, the skill of the employee is high and that employee is having a high alignment, then that employee comes under problem solving. That means any problem, any conflict, or any a complaint about that person, if you go and tell, immediately he will solve it because of this quadrant. So the people who fall under this quadrant, any problem that you want to solve with them is very easy. Just go, provide the feedback, give them the examples, they will change. Similarly, there are certain people who has high will to work and alignment is high, whereas their skill is very low. Then you have to parent them, you have to mentor them, you have to skill them up, you have to take steps to skill them up. For example, here the skills may be, maybe with respect to technical skills, or maybe with respect to maintaining a proper decorum. That means, guys, it is not right if you are taking meeting from a bus or for driving the car, or while walking on the road. Okay, and it's not okay to be late to the meeting. So you can basically understand the reason why they are constantly late, why they are not able to start on time. If you spend some time, they open up, because these are the people whose will to work or alignment towards goals are high. So these people open up, and you can understand what are the causes that are actually making them late to the meeting, or they were taking meetings from bus, from a noisy background. So you understand the causes, you help them to address those causes, and they will come up, right? And these things you should not do in a public. We need to do offline one-on-one coaching. And there are some people who are highly skilled, but their will to work or their alignment on team goals are low. So they fall under this quadrant, that is this quadrant here. So we have to mentoring them through focusing on mutually agreeable areas only. They take a bit more time to bring a change because their alignment or their will to work is low. So that, here the change may take a bit more time, but however, we need to be patient and persistent. And the last one, that is, the skill needed to work is low, the will needed to work is low, and then we have to escalate to the people reporting managers, right? So they can take necessary action. They provide a feedback and they take next steps accordingly. So to resolve the factors that are coming from people, we need to put them under 4 quadrants. And the quadrant, problem solving quadrant, or mentor, parent, and skill them up quadrant, or the top 2 quadrants here, right? This is easy. This in these areas, it is easy to bring change. Whereas the right bottom change, that is mentoring through focusing on mutually agreeable areas, this will take a bit time, but change can come. But here, if the people are falling into this quadrant, that is escalate quadrant, then that is difficult to bring the change, right? This is the people factor. This is how we can solve these challenges. Now, the systemic factors, that means many people do not have homes that are work from home setup ready, or mic or speaker does not work, or the meeting rooms may not be available at the office for stand-up meeting. Then we need to make sure that we take it as part of our working agreements and say, guys, if you are working from home, make sure that these things are there. Make sure that your background is proper. Make sure that your mics are proper. Make sure that you have a reserve mic with you. Similarly, if meeting rooms are not available, we agree upon steps of what can be done. So systemic factor is something that through working agreements we can resolve it. And third factor is process factor. That means people report their progress to Scrum Master, and also Scrum Master doesn't start the meeting on time, or Scrum Master doesn't make necessary reports, on time and the team members do not provide quality updates, here we have to train the people and we have to constantly mentor them so that we can bring the change. So friends, how can we resolve these challenges? All these challenges, the 11 challenges that we have discussed, this can be resolved through the framework people, process, and system. And especially in hybrid mode, if you want the system to function properly, then it is important that people, process, and system and tools to function in congruence. It's very important. And believe me, my friends, in this situation, the hybrid stand-up meetings, they need to work effectively. They need to function effectively. They need to provide the desired outcome, and then only we can make the progress proper and sprints proper and releases proper. This is how we can meet our sprint goal, daily goals, sprint goals, and release goals, and overall the product goals. So with this, I thank your interest to learn, and I'm open for taking questions.